Welcome back to our channel, your source for the newest news and undisclosed narratives about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we give you exciting news. Catherine steals the eyes and lover's knot tiara and daring deep V neckline gown at the banquet. I am a fashion blogger who has written about Princess Catherine for 14 years, and I always adore her choice of the lover's knot tiara and her accompanying fashion selections with this historical piece. Each decision is optimal. One of my favorite gown styles is the deep V neckline gown. Do you remember these gowns? I will return it to you. I assure you, you will be astonished, just as I am, by her exquisite style. During the annual diplomatic reception at Buckingham Palace in December 2016, attendees anticipated the customary display of opulent insignia and formal court attire. The evening transformed into a benchmark of contemporary royal elegance. Exiting her chauffeur-driven Bentley, the former Duchess of Cambridge glided over the gravel in an ice blue Jenny Packham gown that sparkled like frost under the portico lights. The gown's color, a discreet homage, as some historians suggested, to Queen Elizabeth II's aquamarine state parade attire of 1957, was hardly the only reason for the collective gasp. The neckline, a deep illusion panel V, unabashedly signaled a young royal's willingness to explore silhouette while adhering strictly to convention. Above the delicate cloth, Queen Mary's lover's knot tiara, Lady Diana's preferred piece, sparkled with a familiarity that evoked popular emotion. At that moment, she amalgamated memory and modernity, reflects seasoned palace couturier David Sassoon, now retired but regularly contacted by journalists whenever a royal garment generates controversy. The tiara originates from the 18th century, but Catherine's neckline exemplifies the style of 21st century red carpets. The tension between ancient pearls and a bold V ignited social media. Twitter garnered over 1.3 million mentions within a span of 6 hours. Fashion writer Sarah Mower articulated in Vogue that the dress floated like a Monet water lily, while the neckline was cut like modern architecture. Enthusiasts scrutinized few pictures, zooming in to see the subtle tulle strip that maintained modesty while accentuating the deep neckline. At daybreak, Ice BlueCon trended across 3 continents. In December 2018, 2 years later, the ice blue fantasy evolved into a more pronounced assertion. The Duchess reappeared under Sir Thomas Gainsborough's imposing pictures, this time adorned in a sculpted Alexander McQueen gown of stark ceremonial white. The bodice formed a pronounced architectural V, more pronounced than its 2016 counterpart, delineated by exact seams that accentuated a narrow waist before expanding into a voluminous skirt. Royal historian and former Tatler editor Hugo Vickers promptly referred to it as Hollywood Windsor during a live BBC broadcast. He was accompanied by columnists from The Guardian to Women's Wear Daily, who likened the appearance to Grace Kelly's post-Monegasque attire. However, there was nothing imitative. Sarah Burton, McQueen's design director, used intricately woven Duchess satin that reflected the palace chandeliers like snow illuminated by moonlight. At that reception, Catherine transitioned from a promising dresser to a commander of visual diplomacy, asserts Professor Amelia Carbone, who teaches royal fashion at Central St. Martin's. The tiara represented continuity. The finely carved V indicated autonomous confidence. Wearing white, designated for senior royal events, served as a subtle homage to the Queen, while also conjuring a romanticized notion of wedding purity in the public's imagination. Participants on the Royal Dish forums reached a consensus. Thread titles fluctuated between princess or screen siren. And is this her finest performance? A user shared a comparison of the gown beside the Duchess's 2011 wedding dress, remarking that Catherine had transformed the innocence of that day into something formidable. The excitement intensified when photographer lights momentarily exposed exquisite pearl drop earrings, allegedly a special loan from the late Queen, igniting rumors that the monarch had personally approved the outfit. The 2018 event seemed cinematic, but the state banquet in November 2022 for South African President Cyril Ramaphosa signified Catherine's ascension to a definitive royal hauteur. The Princess of Wales welcomed the presidential procession wearing an ivory crepe Jenny Packham cape gown, characterized by a simplicity that approached asceticism. The neckline, a straight V that was neither too shallow nor too pronounced, was virtually sculpted into the fabric rather than stitched a simple outline that allowed the lover's knot tiara to shine unobstructed. Catherine forewent jewelry, allowing her décolletage to showcase pristine skin, while the gown's cape provided dramatic flair. British Vogue commended the subtle strength of the appearance. LA South Africa celebrated it as a dignified acknowledgement of the visiting head of state's anti-colonial principles: no ostentation, only elegance. In December 2019, images subsequently obtained via subtle smartphone captures provided a rare view of Catherine adorned in midnight blue velvet by Alexander McQueen. The event was the same diplomatic reception, only the atmosphere shifted from pearl white purity to a noir romance. The fabric's depth absorbed light, causing the lover's knot tiara to seem as if it floated like a constellation above the opulent textile expanse. A plunging V, bordered by delicate velvet piping, descended farther than royal observers had remembered on an active Windsor since Princess Margaret's 1965 Paris soirée. Upon the emergence of the photographs, royal writer Camilla Tominey characterized the appearance as a whisper of scandal woven into velvet. The Instagram user at Middleton Maven shared a blurred picture, along with the statement, "Catherine's most sensuous tiara experience." In 5 hours, the picture garnered 120,000 likes and 7,000 comments discussing whether the neckline was avant-garde or just a modernization of court attire. One fan said, "If Diana donned revenge dresses, Catherine embodies serene power." The juxtaposition, sensual but tranquil, was attractive to editorial pages. Harper's Bazaar subsequently published an op-ed attributing to the princess the transformation of velvet's Victorian connotations of sorrow into a narrative of regal confidence. 1 year after her midnight blue victory, Catherine ventured into a realm of color seldom explored in tiara design. At the December 2023 event, she wore a crimson Jenny Packham gown adorned with matching micro-beading, with a V neckline that shimmered like a ruby vein under the ballroom lighting. Royal Observer podcasts provided real-time insights. "She has entered a Renaissance painting," said analyst Josh Romari on The Crown Unfiltered. Catherine's brown hair, arranged in relaxed but controlled waves, created a contrast that enhanced the delicate glow of the lover's knot. Experts immediately saw the color selection as a nuanced holiday homage. Nevertheless, further examination indicated another dimension. Amid this red fervor, spectators almost overlooked another tiara appearance discreetly documented by a select group of long-lens photographers: the Cour Diplomatique banquet of December 2022. Catherine, adorned in an emerald Jenny Packham gown with a sweetheart V neckline, glided around the ballroom reminiscent of a woodland nymph capped with pearls. Television personality and jewelry expert Lauren Palladio subsequently said, "Greening evokes Celtic associations for the Princess of Wales. When combined with the lover's knots, it establishes a connection from the Welsh Hills to Queen Mary's collection." The reaction, occurring only weeks before Christmas, led admirers to dub the event Tiara Tree. A notably popular post combined Catherine's entrance with the Nutcracker music, achieving 4.6 million views. Despite privacy regulations prohibiting the release of high-resolution pictures, courtroom artists' drawings were shown in the Sunday Times, inciting more discourse on the gown's draping and neckline. Digital artist Claire Morrison replicated the outfit on Instagram, and within a week, British Shop Ghost saw a 43% increase in searches for emerald V-neck gowns. The ripple effect emphasized a consistent aspect of Catherine's stylistic evolution: the capacity to stimulate customer desire without overt intention. Collectively, these 6 appearances delineate a purposeful progression. In 2016, the V neckline subtly indicated an ice blue homage to modern red carpet standards while adhering to the Windsor tradition. By 2018, the V evolved into a manifestation of architectural accuracy, and by 2019, it explored luxurious depths, challenging the bounds of regal humility. The 2022 Cape gown exemplified a transition toward minimalist sculpture, but the 2023 Red Ensemble combined color and design in a manner reminiscent of regal splendor. The lover's knot tiara is interwoven throughout, its distinctive design grounding Catherine's fashion endeavors in familial heritage. The emotion permeated the social media environment after the 2023 welcome, Commenter at Crown Comment encapsulated the prevailing sentiment. Each time she adopts a more pronounced V, she narrates a new chapter in the monarchy's saga. Heritage can flourish. Royal writer Penny Junor subsequently observed that Catherine's sartorial confidence reflects her growing public responsibilities as a patron of early childhood programs, climate projects, and overseas diplomatic missions. The garments and the causes mutually sustain one another, Junor said. By selecting a daring neckline, she is not merely adorning herself for the occasion, she is emphasizing that her influence within the institution has also intensified. Catherine never discusses fashion publicly. However, tailors and stylists associated with Kensington suggest a guiding principle: respect the meaning of royal jewels while filtering current style through that lens. The lover's knot tiara serves as an exemplary testing ground. The vertical configuration of arches seamlessly complements the inverted triangle of a V-neck, enabling designers to manipulate proportions without conflicting forms. Ice blue, stark white, dark velvet, winter red, and evergreen serve as mediums for the dialogue between past and present. For enthusiasts, such dialogue transcends aesthetics. It is interactive. Complete podcasts analyze bead quantities and seam fabrication. Pinterest boards focused on Kate V-neck inspiration accumulate hundreds of thousands of pins. Bridal stores indicate that brides are seeking the Catherine cut, a modest plunge softened by illusion netting, while luxury auction houses such as Sotheby's note an increased demand for lovers' knot reproduction. According to celebrity stylist Jo Ellison, she embodies the allure of subtle drama and aesthetic that women perceive as both fantastical and, with modifications, attainable in reality. Thank you for seeing the video. What is your preferred style, and which clothes do you like the most? Kindly share your opinions, and farewell for now.